Hello and welcome to Buyer's Remorse. I'm Justin.
I'm Darren.
Here on Buyer's Remorse, we find games in each other's libraries that have been untouched or unplayed, and we have that person play the game they bought for 60 minutes and then report back on that first hour to say if it is a wonderful buyer's confirmation or the dreaded buyer's remorse. So, Darren, what did I have you play?
Train Sim Classic.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Remember that boat simulator you played?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. But this was... let me start there. This was something that I gave to you, I think not so much to be cruel, but because you have at least one, maybe more than one train simulator, and it's something that you said that you wanted to try. So yes. I was like, yeah, okay, give it a try, see what you think. You like walking sims.
Yep. Train sims.
How do you feel about train sims?
It's a weird. This is a weird. I've got almost no notes because I didn't do anything for an hour because it's like literally driving a train on a track. So it's like it took me an hour to get to my destination, and I picked the worst track because it was all at night time. So I couldn't even see anything.
Was there not a massive tutorial to explain all of the different things you need to do?
I don't know. Maybe. But I honestly, the menu screen was hard enough to navigate. Like, anyway, hang on, let me rewind. So, Dovetail Games. This game is $25 at base. Guess how much all the DLC is?
The DLCs are really expensive. I've looked at this
and there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, so, you've got different trains, you've got different...
maps.
Yes, different routes to take. Yes.
So have a guess.
I guess each one is like $20 or something.
Right. So in total, how much if you were to buy all the DLC combined, what would you think it would cost you?
$350?
Try closer to $10,000. $10,000.
Just for this one specifically.
Just for this
because
one.
Because they have more than one version.
Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, that was, wow. $10,000. So it's like, I guess you'd have to be either get them all in bundles at a time and hopefully wait for sales and stuff. But if you're to buy all this, just like non-discounted, $10,000 in the whole.
I think we got it in some sort of bundle.
I think this was part of Humble. I'm pretty sure, was it?
That I'm not sure. So I'd have to check.
Yeah.
I think it was the type of thing where we got the base game and a couple DLCs, and we somehow ended up with both of it. So it would seem like it'd be part of a monthly choice. Mm-hmm. Us both going, oh, I've looked at that and
give it a try.
Yeah, it comes with all these other games. I know I got it bundled. Yeah, I know I did not spend $50 to try it.
$10,000 on it, yeah. So yeah, this is really weird because like I think I could get into a game like this because it's just you push a button. Oh no, God no, you don't push a button. I spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out how to switch the train on.
Right, that's why I thought you might have done a tutorial first.
I think I skipped the tutorial. The menu is just like blam, and there's like a billion options to choose from. And I think I must have gone past it because I was like, oh, they're graded by like difficulties. So it's like there are more difficult trains to drive by the looks of things, or maybe more difficult routes where you have to slow down for curves or something like that.
I would say probably both of those things. Right. That would be my guess.
So it's like green, and they've got like little bars. So it's like 2 green bars, then it becomes a yellow bar, then it becomes a red bar, full five kind of ticks bar.
Which is what you went for, obviously. On your first try.
I think I went for a yellow one because I was like, how hard can it be? You just. I mean, honestly, I thought you just push up on a throttle to go forward and then pull it back to stop. How wrong was I?
It wouldn't be much of a simulator if that's all it was. But that's a mini game in any other game.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, no offense to the train driving community, but it's like, do you really need to make it that complicated? It's a train. It's on tracks. There's no need for all those buttons. Like, it's on rails, forward, backward. The train from a Half-Life. That's the one that I wanted. Just forwards, stop, reverse.
No, I think there's a lot more that goes into it.
There is a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into it. But man, it's baffling. There's so many buttons on the train that I took.
How
Insane.
long did it take you to find the whistle?
Oh, I found that after about 5 minutes.
I'm surprised it took that long. I figured that'd be the first thing you look for.
No, I wanted to, because there's a key button, and it's like, okay, press that. Nope. Press it and hold it. Nope. Oh, there's some kind of choke or something you've got to do first. So yeah, you do have to rev something, and you can't rev it just full blast it. You've got to rev it to certain RPM and then hit the button. Just like there's all these safety measures in place, and it makes me kind of glad that you can't just press forward on a train. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely I wanted it oversimplified, but it's like, yeah, like you said, it's a simulator. It wouldn't be much of a simulator if it was Half-Life on the rails. Yeah, it looks good. I did play it 2 times. I played one, but in a nighttime thing, which was really boring, in the snow as well. So I really couldn't see anything. And the other one was like in a daytime. I think I went with Scotland on that one. I did ScotRail and went through kind of near where I live.
Of course you did.
Looks way better in the game. But what surprised me was when I played it off stream and then I played it on stream. And when I played it on stream, I got some people in. And I was like, oh my God, the train sim community has arrived.
They've come, yes.
And I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. And it was so funny because I just basically managed to get it on. They helped me start up this really awkward train to start. And then I got it moving, and then I just whacked it up to full blast. And like, that's a bad idea. So the whole way through the game is just like, I've got this alarm going for I'm speeding, slow down, slow down, slow down. And then I had a chat with them, and it's like, they're really into this kind of stuff. Like, the flight simmers and train simmers are not a group to be messed with, and I totally appreciate them and what they do because they do it in a way that's good. I actually went to one of the guys that came into my stream. I went to his channel, and it's like, he's so artistic about how he does it. He's like, he sets his train up, he does it, and then he comes out of the cockpit. It's not called a cockpit, probably, but comes out of the driver's cabin and then like pans the camera around and he sets it up at a place on a corner, and then train comes around and then you can hear him in chat. He's like, oh, that's lovely. It's like, look at that. That's beautiful. And people really appreciate that. And I got in a conversation with him, and basically what it boils down to is people that do train spotting, it's like adult Pokemon. It's like they go around the country trying to find serial numbers on the sides of trains that they've not seen before. They write them in books, and there's only a finite number of trains in the country, and it's their hobby to catch them all. It's like, what a weird but totally wholesome hobby to have. It's like when I was a kid, we used to take the piss out of people that oh, you anorak, you fucking train spotter, But it's like nowadays, it's like, yeah, go out in the countryside, get your packed lunch, cup of tea, wait for a train to pass by, take a picture, go home. Who are you hurting? Beautiful. But yeah, I mean, that whole community is just like, it's totally foreign to me. I just wanted to drive a train as fast as possible. And it was so funny because towards the end of it, in chat, they're just like, capital letters, like, slow down, you're going to crash. And then by the time I was like, oh, what's this? And I read it in chat, and I was like, and then I looked back at the screen, I was like, oh, stop moving. What's going on? It's like, it's just your train is off the rails and stuff in a snowbank. Like, the train station was like 5 kilometers behind me because it takes forever to slow down and stop.
You've just made national news.
Yeah. But there are some other trains. The one that we've got is a classic, and it's graphics. For me, graphics are quite good, but there's like a 2021. The graphics, it's almost photorealism. It's like Google Maps where they've done the street view and they've done all the routes on the trains. It's gorgeous, and it's like, you can go through Tokyo, you can go all over the world, and it's like, yeah, I get it. With like flight simming and train simming, I like to watch other people do that. I can't do it. I'll never play this game again.
What? Already you've decided that?
I mean, I probably won't, because I'd rather watch someone that knows what they're doing.
I thought you were going to start a whole new channel just for your train sim experiences.
Train remorse. But, I mean, I'd like to. Maybe if I took the time to learn a couple of trains, like just to actually, and then just, it would be like something you would put on and then listen to a podcast or watch a film or something like that, which is what I did on stream. I read a book. I got a copy of the Atlas Obscura, and I was going through countries and stuff at the same time while we were driving, because it was literally pitch black, and they were saying, press this to put your headlights on, but I think you have to press another button to get the headlights working, so I couldn't get the headlights on. So I couldn't see anything other than snow against the windshield. I got the windshield wipers working, but yeah, it was not good. It was not good. But totally appreciate the whole community, and yeah, they make it look good. They definitely make it look good, because, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but it's pretty boring. You know, it's like...
That's why I never really got into flight simulators. There was a point where I had friends who were really getting into them, and I tried it out, and I said, okay, well, now what do I do? And they said, well,
just wait until you get there.
You fly for 30 minutes now. Yeah. And I said, really? That's what I'm doing?
Yeah, looking at clouds?
Yeah. And that's just not for me. There's just not enough objectives. And also then the thing was, I had to wait 30 minutes to crash my first plane to learn that I didn't know how to land properly, and that I was going to have to do that again. There wasn't a lot of... I think that they probably improved. There are probably all sorts of tutorials where you can just practice landing over and over again and those kind of things. Because it's awful to wait a full flight to find out that you're going to crash.
You're going to kill everyone on board. Yeah, you're more of a Pilot Wings guy then on the Nintendo. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, I get it. I understand it. And I do enjoy watching these people make these artistic shots. And yeah, it's great to watch them fly planes, drive trains, or maybe boats, in your case, when you did that boat. What was it called? Boat Simulator Extreme.
Yeah. No, that was not good, though. Like, that was the other problem.
I mean, the thing is, you're on the ocean. It's like, at least I can look at trees, houses, go past factories. It's like, oh, more water.
Well, and also, it just had some inherent problems with the game itself.
Yeah.
Like
getting stuck to boats.
Yeah, the moment I got stuck to that boat, that was a huge problem. I think that I've always wanted to try it just because I love trains, and even at different points in my life thought, oh, maybe being an engineer and driving might be good. You know, mostly relaxing, go in, do the job, go home.
Yeah.
There's been recently, you know, politics and strikes and things because they're not being well taken care of. But a number of years ago, they were very well taken care of, and it was considered to be a great job. So I had considered it at one point when I was just not sure of what to do next. And so I do think that I would like to do this more. I think just my love of trains, just to kind of understand how they function. But I don't think that I'm really going to love actually driving the trains for the 10 hours or those long journeys. What I would say is, and probably once we put the video up for this, there is a channel that I subscribe to and I watch occasionally, someone who actually does drive trains, and it's just
real trains.
Yeah, so you basically just get the footage of what the driver would see through the windshield kind of thing. And it's kind of relaxing and nice, and you get that view that you wouldn't get as a passenger. I'll probably put the link to that in the show notes. It's fun, and you don't have to worry about it. So you could be doing something else, like you were saying, reading a book, maybe looking up occasionally as though you were on a train, just sort of something to have in the background for me. I don't, like I said, I don't do it often, but occasionally it's like, oh, that's a nice snowy run. I'll watch for 10 minutes. That kind of thing. Especially, I think I did get into it when we were in the pandemic time.
What does outside look like again?
Show me something that's not what I see outside my window every day.
Yeah.
This game, though, would you recommend it to me?
Yeah, I would. I mean, after what you just said, I didn't realize that you were into trains and things like that. That's not something we've ever discussed. Yeah, I think you would probably appreciate this more than I would, because like once you get past the how do I switch it on, like what I couldn't get through basically. Once you get to that, and then you can actually pick some good routes in the free base game that we've got. Not free, but in the base game that we've got, there's some nice. It looks like there's some nice like German routes through the Alps and stuff like that. No, the Alps aren't in Germany, Darren, but through some mountains. The Buchenwald. Through the forest, through the Black Forest, through the mountains. You can go through Bonnie, Scotland if you want. There's some Amtrak routes that you can take in the base game. So you got a fair mix of countries that you can try with varying difficulties as well. But yeah, you've got more focus than I do for that. I don't have the patience. I've got patience for walking sims. I can press W and walk for 30 minutes and not do anything quite happily. But to actually take time and learn how to switch on a train and how to get it moving, I've really got no patience for that. So I just wanted to get moving. But if you take the time to learn that, this game could probably be quite relaxing and quite fun.
I could see that. Who would you recommend it to?
I would say, well, obviously people that like Sims, but I'm guessing if you are the kind of person that likes train sims, you probably already own this game, you know?
Probably own the more modern version.
Yeah, and I think the more modern one is the 2021. I think that's the new one. This seems like a really niche market. That I don't know who I would recommend it to be honest, other than people that like trains or like Sims. But if you like trains and you like Sims, you probably already own this. So I'm not sure I would go out of my way to recommend it to.
Well, let me ask you this:
people who are not into the genre, you know.
Let me ask you this, because I think that there is the thing where people will look at the Steam page, see how much DLC there is for the game, see how much each one costs. What do you think about the base game, the 25? Do you think that is a decent price for that?
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of stuff there. There's definitely a lot of tracks, a lot of trains, a lot of variety. Like I said, you can drive trams in San Francisco as well. There's trams, there's trains, there's Amtrak, there's like ScotRail, there's whatever the German one's called. There's a bunch, and that's only the ones that I saw. I didn't, because the menu, it's not very user friendly. Let's put it that way. Even the menu there's a lot going on there, tons going on. I just wanted to get started. I did like a quick start, but there's like quick start, and then there's like another one where you can choose all of your options. It's like I don't want to deal with that. I just want to get into the game. So if you've got patience, there's way more under the surface for this one. Yeah. So I would say, if you're interested, this will go on sale. It goes on sale regularly, and it probably goes on sale for at least half the price for the classic one.
Now, you said you would not go back to this one. Are you going to stick to that?
I don't know. Even me talking about it now, I'm like, just learn the controls, Darren, you idiot. Because, this is the kind of thing that I'd like to... Yeah, exactly. It's like, I wouldn't want to... It's not the kind of game where you would sit looking at it going, oh, wow, there's another tree, you know? But it's the kind of thing where you get it all started up, and then you'd leave it, and then you'd do something, and then you'd look back and go, oh, that's a nice mountain, or whatever, you know? Or, oh, how far is it to the station? Oh, we've got another 3 kilometers. I better get ready to slow down and let the passengers off. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance, you know? So it's like, I'm trying to think of another game that I would like categorize it with, like another game that I play. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like an idle clicker or something like that. You know, something that you put on but you don't actually have to deal with. But maybe I would give it another shot.
What 3 tags would you give this game, as though I don't know already?
Trains, Sims. Trains, Sims, and I don't know, like realistic, I suppose. Like it's very realistic. I guess, yeah, that's it.
Okay. And then given that experience, would you say this was a wonderful buyer's confirmation or the dreaded buyer's remorse?
Wow, I've not had a confirmation in a while, man. You've been hammering me recently. So yeah, I'd say this is a confirmation. It's not the strongest confirmation, but and again, it's like I'd rather watch someone else play this, but did I waste an hour of my time? Not really. No. Confirmation.